a framework I teach people. It's called SAMR.
SAMR.
So
Okay.
S is, look at the situation. Is this something I can change or modify? Next, what am I paying attention to in this situation? And if I want to make better decisions, I have to expand kung ano yung nakikita ko. Kasi minsan, kaya makitid ang desisyon natin kasi ito lang yung nakikita mo. Lawakan natin. So look at the situation, what you can modify, what you can change. Pay attention to bigger things and look at the meaning. Why would you want to do something? Why would you want to make this decision? Ano ba yung kahulugan nito? Kasi ang meaning, whether it's for your country, for your family, for God, it becomes a bigger reason. When you start doing things kasi na hindi lang para sa sarili mo, alam ko, in the end, tayo eh. Pero pag masyadong makasarili, kung pera lang, tagumpay lang, nakakaubos ng fuel.
Hello, supers! Welcome to Paano Ba To with me, Bianca Gonzalez. We're celebrating 10 years of Paano Ba To? Yes, a decade since the book was released in 2014. And as part of the celebration, I hosted Paano Ba To Live, the super meetup, where 60 of our supers got together for a meaningful afternoon. We did a live recording for this episode, Understanding Fear and Courage. For this topic, I invited a guest expert, NLP trainer and executive coach, Karel Herrera. She is so good. I was so into this. Sapul, sobra. Let's get right to it. So I would like to tell you a bit about our guest speaker. She is the president and CEO of TrainStation International, a training company built on neurolinguistic programming, if any of you have heard of NLP, yes, applied neurosciences and positive psychology. She is an international motivational speaker, executive coach din siya who helps CEOs, politicians, pati mga celebrities. She's a certified trainer of NLP, a Gallup Strengths coach, and studied different specialized courses at Wharton and Harvard. Everyone, please welcome Karel Herrera.
Hello, hello, hello! Oh my
Thank
goodness!
you.
This is my first time to be with you in
Na
an
live.
interview na
And
live.
like in person.
In person!
Yes. Kasi like I showed you earlier in the intro when I gave like a table of contents of the day, nagpakita ko ng screenshot ng ating episode together on how to stop overthinking, which is
Yes.
one of, honestly, the episodes nga na binabalikan ko pa rin hanggang
Yes.
ngayon. And dun ko nakita, grabe yung mga, yun nga, tools na sinishare ni Karel to be able to help us navigate itong moving forward na to. Karel, earlier we had a session with Jim Bacaro and Sam Magalona, and it was about moving forward. And I guess one of the takeaways was that yung moving forward na yon, kanya-kanyang pace, minsan nagsastop, hindi
Yes.
laging mabilis, di ba? And we have to honor kung
Yes.
ano man yung moving forward na yon because it looks different for everyone.
Yes.
Sa usaping courage, and we talked about this when we were planning this session, merong battling feeling of fear and courage. Gusto mo maging courageous pero you're afraid. They always say also being courageous is doing things even if you're afraid.
Yes.
But based on your expertise, ano ba yung feeling na yon? Can you explain it to us? How it feels when you feel fear or courage?
Now, I'd like to ask you, para mas interactive tayo. Sino sa inyo nakaramdam na ng kumakabog yung dibdib? Naninikip yung lalamunan, right? Nanlalamig yung mga kamay. And that is fear manifesting itself sa pangangatawan natin. Alam natin to. Whether nagbubukas ka ng credit card bill, or, right? Or makita mo yung boss mo, or yung katrabaho mong hindi mo gusto, nararamdaman mo siya. Ito siya. Now, it is normal. Alam natin yun. And actually, nagkakaroon na ng bad rep masyado ang fear na parang, oh my God, takot na naman ako. But it is there for a reason and it has a very good purpose in your life which is for you to survive. Ayaw kanyang mamatay. Ayaw kanyang ma-reject. Ayaw kanyang masaktan. Ayaw kanyang mag-fail. Kaya siya nandiyan at sinasabing, up, 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 ingat lang girl. Ganon. So yung sa brain natin, nandun talaga siya because it is for our survival. Now, meron din courage. Oo naman. Meron tayong courage. Sino na sa inyo yung nakaramdam na kahit na anong takot mo, pero yung mahal mo sa buhay, right, is there at gusto mong ipaglaban. Whether binubuli ng ibang tao at gusto mong manlaban para sa kanya, whether ito'y paninindigan mo or something you truly believe in as right, and you'd say, this is right. You know, where do you get that courage? It comes from also the emotional brain. Nandiyan siya. Yung sinasabi nating passion, yan yung, dyan ang gagaling yon. And when you put passion alongside purpose and meaning of why you're going to do something, you can be unstoppable. You really can be unstoppable. And the fears that you have, ang daling indahin, ang daling tignan at sabihin, chicken ka lang. Kasi mas malakas. I know what I am fighting for. My adversities, challenges are nothing in the face of my goals. But, fear, I'd like to just clarify, I don't like it when people say it's a bad feeling. It's not. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just a feeling. Okay? So, it just is. It's just unpleasant. Unpleasant lang siya and uncomfortable. And for you to be able to say, okay, it's unpleasant, uncomfortable, what do I need? Because this fear is telling you, oy, prepare ka. Baka hindi ka pa handa. Kailangan mo muna mag-aral. Or baka kailangan mo ng friends with you. Baka kailangan na alam mo talaga kung saan mo gustong pumunta, may capability ka. Sige, bunuin natin yan. So,
we were talking about this also na in Inside Out. Who has watched the movie Inside Out 2? Parang there was this line there that stuck to me na nag-uusap si fear at si anxiety. Tapos parang sabi ni anxiety na, fear, ikaw yung nagpoprotekta kay Riley from the things that she can see. Si anxiety, ako nagpoprotekta sa kanya from the things she can't see.
Yes. Anticipating. It's all in the future.
Mhm.
And it goes to the past by recalling and tinatawag natin catastrophize. Alam niyo, meron tayong ganun sa brain natin. May tendencies tayo na kapag something goes wrong, may tendency tayo mag-catastrophize. Nangyari na ba sa inyo yun?
Worst case scenario
Yes,
yung iniisip. Yes.
Yung hindi ako sinagot ng friend ko, oh my God, galit lahat ng kaibigan ko sa akin. Yung naka 120 kilometers per hour ka na.
And in a recent article that I read nga, that we talked about, it's so interesting because, diba, Sab said earlier that your body tells you, gives you signs, makes you feel things that's warning you of something. And it's so interesting because the studies nga show na yung feeling in the body ng anxiety is the same feeling in the body as excitement.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's what I really wanted to ask Karel's help for, to speak with us. Kasi a lot of the letters from Paano Ba To are still about that, di ba? May pinagdadaanan ako na anxious ako. I'm trying to figure this out. It's giving me anxiety, which is, again, normal. It's something a lot of people feel. Pero can you explain that feeling? Bakit it's both?
Okay.
Anxiety
Meron
and
tayong part of the brain, yung nervous system natin, na tinanong ko kayo kanina, sino na sa inyo yung kumabog yung dibdib, nanikip yung lalamunan, nagda-dry ang throat, nanlalamig yung kamay. Yan yung mga signs na yung body mo, gusto kanyang protektahan, so takbo, lumayo ka na, etc. So, itong part ng brain natin na to, actually nalilesen mo yon when you start breathing better, right? It also stops the release ng yung cortisol, yung stress hormone natin. Now, ito yan. Sino sa inyo ang sinabihan na ng kaibigan nyo na pag nagpapanik ka or anxious ka, sinabihan kanyang, kalma lang girl. Relax. Tapos lalo ka na ines. Right? Or sinabihan ka, breathe. Tinignan mo na, breathe. Diba? So may anak ako, nandiyan siya, 6 years old. Pagka naiinis siya, nagtatantrum siya. Pag sinabihan mo, breathe, diba kasi, sabi mo lang naman, breathe hindi yung tamang paghinga. But when I was doing my classes in Harvard and they were talking about anxiety, tinanong kami, what do you ask somebody to do when they're anxious? And it goes wrong. And it is really telling them to calm down. So, if I told you ngayon na ma-excite ka na lang kaya, how would you feel? Siguro medyo weird, no? Pero ito yan. Sabi ko, kabog ng dibdib, umakala music mura, naninigib na lamunan. Pag excited ka, ano pakiramdam? Same. So the funny thing was, around 20 years ago, I was coaching a girl who has stage fright. Ayaw niya pumunta sa stage. So sabi ko, ano pakiramdam? Nalamig yung kamay ko, gumagano yung chin ko, tapos nalamig pa ako, ayaw kong gumagano yung bibig niya. Sabi ko, na-excite ka na ba? Ay, yes, ma'am. Ano feeling? Tapos matulala siya, ganun din. So baka excited ka lang. Nung sinabi ko yun, sabi niya, oo nga. Now, if you use and you think that you're afraid or you're anxious and you think, baka naman nga, excited ako, baka kailangan ko lang ng preparation, then it gives better space for your brain. Binibigyan mo ng space yung brain. Remember, we were talking about this dun sa overthinking na the more mo sinasabing, ayoko mag-overthink, lalo ka
The
nag-overthink.
more ka mag-overthink.
Eh, ganun yan. Pag sinabi, ayoko nito, the more siya nagmamanifest, lalo ka na sa stress.
Yeah.
So, allow. O, nandiyan ka. Di ba? O, and then, thank you na nandiyan ka. Winawarn mo siguro ako. Ano pwede natin gawin? Minom ng tubig, magpayakap, kumanet, you know? Or, jump up and down, right? Now,
Yeah.
everybody, pwede ko pong gawan lang ng very quick lang yung lahat
Yes,
ng
of
tao dito.
course.
Okay. Can I ask everybody to clap your hands 2 times? Tapos, isipin mo right now kung sino or ano yung mga bagay na nakaka-stress sa inyo. Isang word. So, kunyari, pera, love, commitment, okay? Whatever it is, okay? So now, I want you to clap your hands 2 times. Tapos, isigaw mo. Target! Ganon. Yung ganyan. Benta! Ganon. Kasi yun yung stress ko ngayon eh. Try doing that. Ano lang. Humor me, okay? Can you do that? 5, 6, 7, 8. Bills! Bayarin!
Traffic, sabi ko. Traffic. Oo.
Traffic! Right? Shopping! Christmas! You know, whatever it is. Because right now, what you're doing is tricking your brain. Your brain is always familiar na ito yung iniisip mo, nasistress ka. Natatakot ka. Eh, bigyan mo kaya siya ng ibang option. Paano pagka pre-practice mo yung ibang option, how will it feel? So now, pag humarap ka sa traffic, di ba?
Parang baliw. Ganun na pala ang kotseng yan.
Exactly!
Pwede. Actually, may parang, I don't know if you really did commit to the exercise, may, parang there's a ball of energy na lumabas. Parang that's what it felt like.
That's what you call the undoing effect.
Mm.
It's based on psychology. It's based on neuroscience. When you do something na action or movement that reverses the effect of the stress. So pagka sinabi, breathe, mas calm, mas na-agit ka. Make it into a faster movement. Or everybody, can you do this? Put your fists in front of you. So ganyan. Sabi niya, gumayan lang. That is a faster energy.
Yeah.
So when you're stressed, when you're like, anxious, gumanon ka lang. And I swear I do that. You know, I'm tired. I go home in really high heels. You know, I see my kids, 2 hyperactive children. So my husband and I, before we open the door, talagang magtitinginan kami. Kaya mo pa? Kaya pa to? Pag tumatawa na kami, that's when we open the door so that our kids will get to see better parents.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So, wag na tayong magtaka kung lahat tayo bago pumasok ng pinto.
Pwede ka rin kayo gumawa ng sarili niya, mga kung ano man yan. Yung mga ganyan. Yung mga usong-uso ngayon na gagawin ninyo to enter the door. Why not?
Okay. Love that. Tools kaagad. I wanted to go to like decision making because when I introduced you kanina, you do executive coaching for people with important decisions to make. And a lot of people here are at that point in their life, in some sort of challenge or faced with a decision or faced with a choice. How do you help them usually maneuver that to be able to, again, move forward and
Sometimes,
something?
when a person is fearful and cannot move forward, kasi they become helpless. Okay? And ang daming studies talaga, more than 50 years of studies on learned helplessness. Alam niyo na ba yun? Yung
Learned helplessness.
Like there
Okay.
would be elephants and you'd see na meron lang maliit na tali. Pero bakit hindi pumipiglas yung elepante? Kasi baby pa lang yung elepante, tinatalian na siya ng kadena. So by the time that he grows to be an adult elephant, he knows he cannot get out of that. Okay? So, ang daming studies on learned helplessness. Ito yung mga electrocution ng mga daga back in the 50s, They electrocute rats, and if there is no way out, you will see the rats not fighting anymore. So, you'll see them. Right? They did it to dogs as well, and they did it also to humans back in the day na very unethical ang pagtetest nito. But dun nakita yung pag-aaral. When people learn to be helpless, you don't fight. Like you would see that pagka-poverty, abusive relationships, trying something na you grow up in an environment na sinasabihan kang hindi mo kaya,
Yeah.
nabubuli ka into submission, and then pagka merong bagay na gusto mong gawin,
Yeah.
kung kaya yan, learned helplessness. Because it is failure upon failure upon failure that you've trained yourself on. So I always help people by, did you know that hope can be learned? So yun yung gustong-gusto kong aralin. Kasi tinuturo namin na kaya palang magkaroon ng hope ang isang taong walang hope by giving them 3 things. Give them a goal. Let them have agency. The capacity and capability to do something about it. And then the pathways to get there. So kapag merong siyang ganon, tinuruan mo siya magkaroon ng ganon, nagkakaroon siya ng hope. So for example, meron kang isang taong gustong maging successful. Alam niya dapat ano yung goal. May kakayahan ba siya? Ano yung steps? Kasi kung sabi niya, gusto mo maging mayaman, may kakayahan ka? Wala eh. Helpless na rin yon. Ano yung steps to get there? Hindi ko rin alam. Or, gusto ko maging matagumpay. O, ano yung kakayahan mo? Wala eh. Ano yung steps? Wala. Meron akong kilala. So, it has to be yung tatlong complete na yon. Goals, agency, and pathways. Kaya, I'd like to ask everybody, whenever you are faced with decision making, you always ask, what do I want? What do I want? As clear as day. Let that ultimate goal be so clear to you. What do I want? What can I do? Dami. What can I do now? Why am I asking you to think, what can I do now? Because it's the first step to that pathway. So when someone says, I've been trying to lose weight for a very, very, very long time. Yo-yoing ako. So I don't know kung sino sa inyo naka-experience na ng dieting. Diba? Now, our brain, just like with fear, it's the way it processes things, pain and pleasure. It moves away from pain, it moves towards pleasure. Ayaw niyang masaktan, ayaw niyang ma-reject. Fear, pain yun, lalayo ako. Ang diet, ang sarap masyado kumain. Ang pagkain ay pleasure. So, diet ngayon ay pain. Pero ito yan. So, nakita niyo, may anak ako. She's 6. My son is 11. I'm 51 years old. And my daughter sabi sa akin, Mom, when I grow up, I want to be a doctor. Niisip ko kung buhay pa kaya ako pagka naging doktor tong batang ito. So kaming mag-asawa, we're quite loving the life, eating. We're quite unhealthy. And when it was about that I asked myself, will I see her walk down the aisle? Will I see my grandkids? And even when I talk about it, naiiyak ako, right? That's my drive. Now, I am willing to endure the pain of all the diet I had to go through because I had a bigger pleasure. The ultimate goal. What is that? Na yung fear na yon, di ba? Tinanong ko kay Bianca to eh. Pagka merong coaching rumaragasa na ganyan, tatawid ka ba sa harap nitong coaching rumaragasa na to? Of course not. You'll die. But if along that path is your child or someone you love or nanay mo, siguro tatakbo ka dun para lang harangan yun. Yun yung tinatawag nating courage kasi alam mo ano yung pinaglalaban mo. So, that's it. Know what you want, know what you can do, and know what you can do now. 3 very simple steps. Another thing, Bianca, is a framework I teach people. It's called SAMR.
SAMR. Okay.
So, S is, look at the situation. Is this something I can change or modify? Next, what am I paying attention to in this situation? And if I want to make better decisions, I have to expand kung ano yung nakikita ko. Kasi minsan, kaya makitid ang desisyon natin kasi ito lang yung nakikita mo. Lawakan natin. So look at the situation, what you can modify, what you can change. Pay attention to bigger things and look at the meaning. Why would you want to do something? Why would you want to make this decision? Ano ba yung kahulugan nito? Kasi ang meaning, whether it's for your country, for your family, for God, it becomes a bigger reason. When you start doing things kasi na hindi lang para sa sarili mo, alam ko, in the end, tayo eh. Pero pag masyadong makasarili, kung pera lang, tagumpay lang, nakakaubos ng fuel. But, knowing your meaning helps you. And then in the end, the R is respond. Do something about it. Think of the steps you can do now, the immediate 3 steps that you can do. Kasi yun yung sinasabi mo sa brain mo, nasa step 1 na ako. Yung utak mo ngayon sinasabi, madali na yung step 2 kasi nasa step 1 ka na eh.
Sam R. Situation, attention, meaning, and response.
Yes.
Itag nyo na lang ako sa notes ninyo, ha? Hindi ko alam kung masusto. Ang dami, di ba? Oo, ang daming notes
Pag
talaga.
may anxiety, sobrang useful yan. Kunyari, ayoko magpunta sa meeting. Or ayoko kausapin tong taong to. O look at the situation. Pwede mo ba siya i-modify? Punta kayo sa isang lugar na neutral. Magdala ka ng friend. Modify or change. Or huwag kang pumunta kung gusto mo, di ba? Next is, baka naman na napapansin mo lahat ng sinasabi lang niya ng hindi maganda. Then, pansinin mo kaya kung ano yung maganda sa araw na to, sa kanya, sa sitwasyon. Then, ano ba yung meaning? Kasi, kunyari nga, may traffic or nabibwisit ka sa taong kausap mo. The meaning in your head is the thing that's upsetting you more and making you more anxious. So, if you're saying in your head also na, there's a purpose why I'm here, there's a reason why I'm doing this, maybe I'm here to learn. Baka naman ito part of the bigger picture. Then, you can see that you will respond differently.
Sam R. Noted. I wanted to ask you about the people around us. You touched on it earlier. Itong parang sometimes when it's for someone that we care about, we're gonna do it. We're gonna jump. In making decisions, kasi a lot of times on Paano Ba To, it's self-improvement for the self, bettering us, being our best selves. But along the line, along the journey, we inevitably choose things, make decisions heavily dependent on family, partner. Di ba parang hindi siya tayo lang eh. Hindi lang tayo nagdedesisyon or gumagalaw para sa sarili natin. Parang kung tayo lang, alam natin, parang klaro. But it's
Correct.
heavily influenced for better or for worse by those around us. That's so hard to navigate.
We call that ecology. So kapag meron kang desisyon, hindi lang ikaw. Tama ka, kung ako lang to, iba siguro ginagawa ko, no? Pero hindi eh. Meron ako, meron yung anak ko, meron yung magulang ko. So many people will ask me and my husband, kasi yung business namin at train station, grabe ang kita kapag ka nasa ibang bansa kami at nagte-training compared sa Philippines. As in, malaking difference yung training fee. So sabi ng mga tao, bakit hindi ka na mag-abroad? Sabi ko, una, kailangan ko ng bayan eh. I mean, I'm very patriotic that way na ang dami sa Pilipinas yung mas nangangailangan. So, isa yun. Pangalawa, nandito nanay ko. At yung asawa ko, yung parents niya nandito rin. Not unless the parents are still there, we will not leave. Yung mga ganon. So, tama ka. Ecology. And that's why, because you have identity eh. Lahat tayo may identity. Ano ako? Bilang tao, ito yung identity ko. I'm a CEO. Identity ko yun. But I'm also a mother. So doon tayo torn apart when the decision is between, but I have to do this for my work, for my company, and I have to do this for my child. Nangyari yun nasa Baguio ako, may talk ako for a bank. All the leaders were there. Ako yung talagang dinemand ng client to speak. And my son was throwing up and sick. So it was like, how? Doon tayo napupunit para tayong winawarak pag identity natin kasi alam natin importante. Now, the most important thing is to seek alignment sa ganyan. Hindi yung ano yung mas importante, hindi yun. Pero looking at that situation, my son was sick, but my husband said, I'm here. So, when it comes to identity, hindi ka rin naman mag-isa. My team, dahil mahal na mahal ko yung mga katrabaho ko, sila rin. nandito kami. Susugod kami ng Baguio kung kailangan para tulungan ka sa sitwasyon na to. So it helps that in your journey to build yourself and work on yourself, you also know your tribe. You know, it takes a village to raise a child. They say that. Kung palaging makasarili ka rin sa journey mo, wala kang village. Right? And it's always, we are social beings. No matter what we say, na kahit sabihin mo, introvert ako. Kahit introvert ka, ang utak natin is wired for belonging. Alam mo ba na social rejection is received by the brain the same way as physical pain? Yung pag sinapak kita, yung brain mo mag-a-alert na, nasaktan, sibihan ka. Pero pag nireject kita, same part of your brain is alerted. And it's the same amount of pain. Pain is pain. So, you know, when we don't belong, our brain craves for that. Our brain is also saying, where's my safe space? Where do I belong? You know, if you're in a tribe, back in the day, para mag-survive ka, mas makakahunt kayo kung may kasama ka. So, it's the same concept. You know, take your journey, embrace this journey, and know who will be connected with you as well in this journey.
What you said reminds me of something we spoke about before, na when you have so many like things that you're thinking about and feeling mo nilalaman ka ng lahat ng lalo na ngayong Burr months, di ba, parang nilalamon ka talaga ng lahat ng kailangan magawin. Karel gave that advice na isipin mo silang nandyan, line up mo sila. Can you share that with them?
Yes. Ang tendency kasi natin, pag nasa stress tayo, kasi ang lapit-lapit ng stress sa atin. When I deal with people with trauma and phobia, when they talk about their phobia, parang, nandito siya, binubugbog ako. Wow, ang laki, you know? But, you know, there's this girl that I was talking to and I said to her, how big yung perpetrator mo, yung nambugbog sa'yo? Tapos sabi niya, ang tangkad niya. Nakaganyan siya. Ilang taong ka noon? Sabi niya, 9. So, hindi siya ganito katangkad ngayon, right? Kasi 37 ka na di ba? So, natinag siya na parang, oo nga, no? So, mas maliit siya than that. Making things smaller, visually in your head, because your brain remembers it as a big thing, a big problem, right in front of your face. So, palayuin mo ng slide. Palayuin mo, subukan mo. Palayuin mo, paliitin mo ng konti. Kunyari lahat ng priorities na dyan. Nakahilera sila, no? Yung isa mas malapit, yung isa mas malayo. Then it doesn't become as daunting anymore. Now, ito siguro parang, ang weird naman na sinasabi niya, pero subukan nyo. Everybody, isipin nyo yung mga bagay na nakaka-stress sa inyo. Right now, just imagine that. Tapos habang ini-imagine nyo, nakikita nyo ba kung ano yung itsura nito? Pwede nyo bang baguhin yung color? Parang nilagyan nyo ng filter. Ibahin nyo filter. Ilayo nyo. Subukan nyo gawing mas black and white. Kung meron kayong mga naririnig na stress na parang hindi mo kaya, palayawin nyo. Pataasin nyo yung boses. Pwede ba tunog chipmunk? Diba? Your brain para siyang Lego. Pagka meron kang fear, naka-Lego parts yan na, ito yung mga components. Pag binago-bago mo yung pagbubuo niya, like the way that it looks, how far it is, will it feel the same way? And that's how we help people in calamities. Yung mga pag umuulan, especially in areas na binagyo, nung nagtakloban sa yung Yolanda sa Tacloban, hindi makatulog yung mga tao pagka umuulan. So in their heads, it's always going to be a flood. So if you ask them lang to, can you take that away lang muna, ilayo natin, pahinain natin yung sound, and find your space of peace, and they're like, wow. You can choose to create that space for yourself.
I'm so fascinated. Sana kayo din. Grabe. Okay. As a last, we were speaking about courage and you told me something that stuck with me, that courage can be learned and practiced.
Yes.
This is something I'm honestly still trying to learn. I know that when I see people who have done bolder, braver things in life, it's parang you look at them na nandyan sila, di ba? Na parang, wow, Feeling niya, parang kaya niya yun lahat. Sana ganun din ako. But you said, kaya siya. Kaya siyang matutunan, kaya siyang ma-practice.
Yes. At marami ng science about that. Ang dami na nag-show na scientific facts na kaya siyang i-train. If you are able to look at input, ano ba yung nagiging input mo? Kung ang input mo ay puro garbage, nega, ano yung output mo? Garbage din, nega. So, kung gusto mong matrain yon, una pa lang, train mo yung sarili mo to have better input. What about listening to empowering songs? Yung mga, we are the champions, yung mga ganyan. Ako kapag meron akong talk, tapos kinakabog ako, ang music ko, tan-tananan, tananan, tananan.
Hype music,
diba?
parang boxer, ganyan.
Exactly.
Oo.
Kasi my brain receives that information. What I hear is received by my brain and it's processed. What I see, what I smell, what I taste, what I touch, all of these things, dyan lang nakaka-compute yung brain mo. So, pwede ko pa i-train yung brain ko na mas ma-expose sa pictures of strength and confidence, sounds, music. I always listen to audiobooks. So, pagka may downtime ako, lagi ako nakikinig ng audiobooks as in, because garbage in, garbage out. Then, I change my physiology. I change the way I stand. Hindi ako tatayo na nakaganito at umaatras. Hindi, lalo akong pasugod sa pangangatawan ko. Right? Again, yung mga ganyan, tsaka yung mga ganyan-ganyan, those are the things I do. And then, there are scents. You know, so smell, taste, touch, pwede ninyong gamitin. Now, dun sa next part will be the language. What's the story you tell yourself? Kasi dun sa, from input, may proseso. Ano yung proseso, language, and everybody, you know, lahat kayo may storya. Tingnan nyo yung katabi nyo. May storya yan. Right? So whether, ano yung pinapractice mong storya, yan yung lalakas. So ang sinistrengthen mo ay storya, hindi ko to kaya, nakakatakot talaga yung mundo, ay ganun talaga. Catch the story. And change the story. Baka hindi ko pa kaya ngayon. Ano kayo magpapalakas sa akin? So, dinadala mo ngayon yung story sa utak mo para mas matulungan ka. So now, if I fix the story in my head, look, it affects my state. Right? And then, how can I strengthen that story? You can actually look at positive emotions. Now, when we talk about positive emotions and honoring the journey of other people, positive emotions does not mean happy lang. Right? Parang akala natin, hindi ako happy, so therefore sad ako. Right? Pwede bang hindi ka happy, pero at peace ka lang? Contented ka lang? There are many positive emotions. There's gratitude, there's hope, there's learning, there's peace, there's fun, di ba? Ang dami, pero limited tayo lagi sa happy haha. When it's not happy haha, then it's not happy. So look at that. In this moment, if I am not courageous, what can I be grateful for? What am I learning? Can I find hope in the middle of this? And I was able to conjure that. People who are trained or who are gritty are able to conjure hope even in the most hopeless situation. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Yung kahit na walang-wala ka na, pero yung alam mo, may paraan to. May natututunan ako dito. Alam mo, tinuturuan ako nito na maging mas matalino sa pera eh. You know, when my dad died and I was grieving, it's like, ano matututunan ko dito? I'm grieving. You know, I lost someone I really, really love and who really loves me. But at that moment, I found connection. I found family. We were all there for one another. You know, and we belonged. So those are good emotions at that point. So you can conjure that. Then you can also look at things that you can enjoy doing. You know, whether magsudoku ka, or magaling kang mag-cross-stitch, or gusto mo magsulat. Look at something that you can be good at, that you can do, na challenging. Hindi yung madali, challenging. I talked about learned helplessness kanina, and they saw na yung studies na pag yung tao, failure upon failure upon failure, pag pinaharap mo sa kliyente, sure, hindi niya mako-close yan. Or binigyan mo na isang task or challenge, mas hindi niya nagagawa. So what you can do is actually give this person a small win. So kunyari, maglaro ka ng Candy Crush. Ano ba naman niya ako nilalaro? Ang luma pa nung Candy Crush, pero maglaro ka lang na, yay! Meron kang na-achieve na win.
Yung do, re, do,
Ginagawa ko yan.
Oh, diba? Tapos pag umabot ka sa do,
Yes!
oh my
Oo!
God, oo.
So, kapag naka-experience ka na, yes! Then, your brain has that dopamine release and you can face the next challenge. So, yung tipong, uy, nakabasa ako ng isang chapter ng libro. That's a win. Or, uy, natapos ko yung kalahati ng PowerPoint presentation para sa trabaho ko. Uy, win yun. Or, kahit na hindi mo na-close yung kliyente, nakausap ko siya. Nakatawag ako ng 5 tao. Whatever those wins are, acknowledge it and create more wins for yourself. Another thing is, to build courage is to find allies. And I kid you not. When we talk, it's like when you believe in something, kaya mo mag-conjure ng hope. But when you're talking to somebody who also believes in that, it makes you stronger, right? So we know we can be more unstoppable if we do things together. And then, finally, is to acknowledge your wins. Sa akin, important yung acknowledging yourself and acknowledging your wins no matter how small. In our family, we have something that we do every dinner, right? What do we do? 3 good things. So
She goes like that.
yeah, 3 good things. And that's something that we practice at home because, sometimes they're very tired from school. Alam mo yun, yung minsan talaga, lalo na yung 11-year-old ko, bugnutin na. Yung may feelings na daw siya. Hindi niya naiintindihan. So, Riley, ng inside out. So, I'm like, that's fine. And that's fine. So, what are your wins today, guys? So, kahit simple yan. They'll say, the food, hugging mom. That's already a win. And they train themselves to look at hope that will give them courage, during bad times.
That's so, so, so beautiful. And I think ang reframe that happened for me right here is that a lot of times, our thoughts, ang feeling natin, ay, ano ba yan? Parang I'm a victim of everything I have to do. I'm a slave to all these thoughts and this to-do list. But actually, yung brain natin, hindi natin siya kalaban. It can be our ally. With all the tools, we can do all those hacks to rewrite that thing in our head na hindi tayo kawawa dahil sa lahat ng mga nandito sa loob. But in fact, it's something that can help us.
Yes, and it's there because that's how our brains are built. The noise you hear, it's built that way. Ewan ko sa inyo kung na-experience nyo na yung, New Year's resolution ko, mag-workout ako. Yes? Tapos, nangyari after 1 week ng New Year, wala. Right? Kasi ganun yung brain natin. Gusto natin ng new habits, but it likes sticking sa same old habits. Gusto natin ng adventure, but we want safe. We want goals, we have ambition, but our brains are lazy. Meron siyang tinatawag na FOMO bias. Oo, totoo yun. Present bias ang tawag doon. Mas gugustuhin ko na yung pleasure ngayon, na makukuha ko ngayon. So, kunyari, rather than mag-workout, manunod na lang ako ng K-drama ko. Kasi mas madali siya. So, yun yung bias ng brain natin. And it exists there for a reason. Now, our brains are wired to be like that because it has a system na mabilis mag-isip. Automatic. Kaya tayo may habits eh. Sino sa inyo rito nagtutoothbrush? Tignan niyo yung katabi niyo kung nagtaas ng kamay. Diba? Pero kung nag-toothbrush ka, I don't know if you've ever felt this, yung pagod na pagod ka, ayaw mo na mag-toothbrush, pero hindi ka makatulog kasi hindi ka nag-toothbrush. That's how much your brain craves for the habits, for the things that are the same, kasi yun yung safety net ng brain. Okay? Our brain has that system of things going fast, and there is also the side of our brain that thinks slow, very slow. It analyzes, overanalyzes, and overthinks. So what can you do when you want to have courage? When you practice something over and over again, it can go to the system 1 or the fast thinking. So kapag ka may challenge, go! Kasi nandudong ka na eh. Pero kung hindi mo siya na-practice, pupunta siya sa system 2 mo, yung sa slow thinking na, wait a minute. So what is it that you'd want to practice? That's gonna be stronger. So mindful lang kayo doon. Hindi naman ibig sabihin padalos-dalos sa lahat ng bagay. Kailangan mo rin mag-isip. Pero fear, for me, good siya, nagiging unhealthy siya when it already stops you from doing other things that are going to be good for you.
Ang sarap to have quiet time. Thank you so much. A big round of applause, please, for Karel Herrera.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karel.
This conversation with Karel Herrera was recorded live at Paano Ba To Live, the Super Meetup to celebrate 10 years of Paano Ba To. #PBT10years. Paano Ba To is created and hosted by me, Bianca Gonzalez, with podcast producer Anika Neri and edited by Kirsten Alonso. To be part of our community of supers, you can follow Paano Ba To on Instagram, and soon we'll be posting content on Ask Paano Ba To on TikTok. Yes, Ask Paano Ba To on TikTok. And you can join our private Facebook group, our safe space, the Paano Ba To Super Group. Till our next episode, stay super, supers!